Hey, good morning, James here. Going to share some stuff with you. Came across my desk, some neat tools, services that are going to be able to help you hopefully build out your training site, create more courses, sell more courses online, market your online business or your education business. What I'm going to be doing is going through some of the emails and looking at the tools and or offers that come across my desk. Why? Because there's some really neat stuff that can really help you, but it's hard to get overwhelmed, or it's easy to get overwhelmed and hard to make sense of stuff. So a couple of them I want to do today. First one is from the crew at Astra. And if you're not familiar with Astra, they're one of the themes, the WordPress themes and tools that I highly recommend. They've got a whole suite of WordPress related products and services, and I really like them for their theme because it's light and flexible. One of the things, it's called Astra. They've got a brand new version that's out today with a whole bunch of cool new features with it. Some of the things that were on it that caught my eye were, what was it? Sticky containers, okay, so that you can use them with some interesting designs to change around a little bit. Maintenance mode, so you can actually work on the site without wrecking stuff for your visitors. A whole bunch of new SEO stuff. So it's kind of blending between, do I need a plugin to do the SEO or can I actually use my theme? So that's something that's going to be interesting that comes out. And over and above that, the other thing that they brought out, the WPAstra people brought out, which I think is even more interesting in the long term. I talked a little bit just now about this whole idea of, do I need my plugin, my Rank Math plugin, my Yoast plugin, my WP SEO plugin, my SEO Press plugin, all of these different specific SEO plugins, or is there enough in my theme that I don't need the plugin? So that's kind of one area that it's kind of converging, and I think something's going to happen in the short term. I mean, in the next 6 months or next year, where people are going to kind of step away from an actual specific WordPress plugin, unless they're really hardcore. Most average people are just going to go, it's enough in the theme that I'm using. So that's where I think this is going on the SEO side with Astra. The other tool that they have is called Spectra. And if you're familiar with WordPress, you've heard of Elementor, Thrive Editor, Divi. There's a whole bunch of different visual editors that are plugins or extensions of the basic WordPress. Now, one of the ones that WordPress brought out, I guess 2.5, 3 years ago, is Gutenberg, which is a visual page builder that's built in to WordPress. And there's, again, that same kind of melding, like, do I have enough in the built-in WordPress editor, or do I really need another extension to do a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not using? So I think that's coming together too. So you've got this WordPress SEO kind of convergence, so WordPress themes and convergence of the SEO plugins, and then this whole other thing now is I've got the visual page builders, really expensive ones, high, very flexible, very sophisticated ones, fancy designs, or is there enough in the basic WordPress editor? And the thing that they did at WPAstra that's kind of interesting for all of this is that they have an extension or an add-on for the Gutenberg or the built-in builder. So they're not using, like Elementor, for example, is a replacement for the WordPress editor. The Spectra is a complement or an add-on to the WordPress editor. Not to replace it, but it uses it and just extends it. So they've got some new things there with Spectra, which are really neat. And what are the ones there? Containers, that's the SEO capability in Spectra. So they got a full site search experience now with Astra and Spectra. They got deeper levels of customization, especially for the images and featured images. They've got sidebars now that are available that weren't available before in terms of being able to use it. And they've got some site-wide styling now right within Astra that steps over and above the customizer but still uses it. So interesting things happening with the Astra Crew. That just came out today, and definitely something that you should look at when you're considering a theme excuse me, for WordPress. So that's the first thing that is out today. The other thing is, right now I'm doing this, it's Halloween, of course. And the other thing we have right now is from the crew at Lifter LMS. And I spent a lot of time with LearnLMS, which is learning management software, learning management system. That's a thing that, packages up the courses and delivers courses to people. The other popular one is Lifter that we've used before. Works a little bit differently than LearnDash. And they tend to do a basic software, and then they add extensions to it to give it additional additional flexibility. So what they've done is they've got a bundle on sale right now, and there is a lot of value, in my opinion, with using something like Lifter if you have a specific requirement for the kind of course that you're putting together. It's easy to get, again, overwhelmed if you're creating a course, you're delivering a course, but that's all it is. It's like, I got to get this content out, I got to make sure people understand it, I got to be able to do a quiz, I got to be able to mark it, I got to be able to certify them. Very specific. Lifter allows you to be a little more customizable in how you put that together or deliver it to people in terms of keeping it focused, whereas LearnDash, you get everything right off the start. There's not really much more that you can add to it in terms of functionality. So Lifter, go take a look at that. They got some sales, and specifically their bundles on sale now. So they have the whole kit and caboodle. You can turn on, turn off, but they're available as a bundle right now. Again, kind of special. The other thing that's happening that's interesting for us in the training sites and all of that, good stuff, membership sites, courses, of course, is the crew at BuddyBoss. And if you're not familiar with BuddyBoss, that's the theme and community plugin that we build all our training sites on. They have a brand new cloud hosting service that's been designed specifically for large communities that are using BuddyBoss and e-learning platforms and membership sites. And the reason it's special is because it's highly flexible in terms of the size or the ability to scale if your membership site or your training site grows quickly. One of the worst things that can happen if you're building these out is you start with a regular shared hosting service and you go, wow, this is great, everything's working properly for 20 members or 30 members, but if you have 3,000 members, you're going to be in some serious trouble. So rapid.cloud is the name of it. I'll put the links in below, of course. It's out in beta right now. And this, again, very, very, very specifically designed for membership and e-learning and education businesses. And packages start right now at $100, I think, a month on a monthly basis. And again, these are ones like entry level, and you can go as big as you need, as fast as you need. It's scalable and set up specifically, again, for doing things like BuddyBoss sites. So those are the ones that kind of jumped out at me today. I'm going to try and do these every day if there's something new that's exciting. I think the one kind of thing to pull from this or think about this is that we've got a situation now where some of the more successful WordPress businesses are starting to work towards keeping WordPress all in one, or using the features that WordPress provides and kind of enhancing those as opposed to trying to replace them. So what I'm talking about is plugins like Rank Math, those other ones. I have a feeling that they're getting busy. Everyone's putting more and more tools or kind of features into these plugins. They're getting to be too much and people aren't using them enough. And the ones in WordPress are getting to be good enough, or the ones that are into the WordPress built-in tools are getting good enough. And that's what I'm talking about, for example, with the theme like WPAstra. And the same thing with those page builders. The visual page builders, it might be too much. The Gutenberg one with some enhancements to the Gutenberg one might be enough to get by. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at the next time, what am I going to do for theme? What am I going to do for SEO? What am I going to do for a visual page builder? You may need plugins now. 6 months from now or a year from now, you may find that those plugins aren't needed anymore. Hope you enjoyed this session. This is James speaking, having a little bit of fun here at trainingsite.io, where we show you how to start, build, and grow your education business by creating and selling courses online. Take care. Expect the best.